Wharf out for a few hours, just a couple of hours. Park the car down the road. This is a dead end lane now, as you've seen. Doesn't go anywhere. Drove down it a while ago. It literally just ends. I think originally the road went all the way down to a river, but for whatever reason it just stops. We've got a couple of hours of daylight, probably about 2 at the most. Now the gate that's always open is closed, because I was going to go over the fence anyway. I'll come back in a minute. Right, we're in. I physically stepped over the gate that wasn't locked. It just had a bit of string tied around it, literally a bit of cord. First time I've been in here. So the dead end road behind me, no traffic. The only traffic will be to get into the fields down here. And the good thing about tractors is they make a bit of noise. See, some storm damage. The wind's died off a bit today, but we've had horrific wind for like 2 weeks now. I've heard people say, oh, remember that wind the other week? A couple of days. Last night was mental. I was scared for my own safety at work. But I wanted to walk up the outside of the woods, but I know the other side of the field to the left. All this wood that's been chainsawed years ago. This isn't fresh, so I think there'll be a lot of wood to burn. We're going to look for shotgun shells. There's a track here. I was going to say it looks like animal track. I see more trees that are rotted and fell over. Definitely an animal track. There's a sign of badgers or something over there before you get to the woods. That's rotten and just swung over, so that's standing dead, that one there. And that's how you bring a tree down in Durham. I do see a feeder. There's a feeder over there, blue barrel, probably for pheasants. Yeah, hammock basher I've got with me. So I want to knock up a brew. I'll have a sit down or lay down. But the main things are seeing if there's any human activity in here, like fire pits, barbecues. Shoelaces come undone. Yeah, just want to see if there's any people about. You know, if the wood's used by local people, if it's abused by people. That feeder over there was all knackered and fell over. So, look, maintained. There's another blue barrel up here. Might be rubbish. Dents of wood at the end. Perfect, I wanted to camp at the end. A lot denser up here. And no rubbish. No burnt crap. Stuff destroyed. No hacked up trees. Oh, a few more trees up there. Ah, bugger. Yeah, pheasant farm. Let's have a closer look and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, well, it's a big long strip of woodland. And at the end it's fenced off. So that's electric wire. Keep out the animals. So we're not going to get too close. It's definitely doesn't look like it's anyone's campground. There's a hose got in there. Let's look around the side. I mean, someone might have their own personal little woodland fenced off at the end. So there's no signs. So hence there's no footpath. If anyone's coming up here, yeah, there's little tunnels, the gate on the other side, little shelters, the wire for you can't see birds. Another feeder here fell over just from the wind. I reckon any access up here. There's a farm just over there. This is where I was hoping to camp, right at the end, away from the road. Would have been ideal, but yeah, only a small one. We're not camping at the end of the woods. I only came to look. I did bring everything to camp anyway. Plan was to bring the Turtleback Bergen and just put in a few bits and pieces for a couple of hours, but I ended up bringing 110 for the 90 litre and just overfilling it with stuff I didn't need. But at least I load out after this little walk. The wind has been predominantly coming from that way, so I can do shit at some fashion. Rid of the wind. Yeah, 4 o'clock, 20 past 4. We'll have a brew to get away from up there, just in case someone does come. I can just stay still and turn invisible with my cloaking device. Right, the arms are like bright red. Well, movement's alright, but now stopped. The wind coming through here is ice cold. It is a cold day to be walking around in a t-shirt. You'll see I don't want to be sweating in clothes I'm going to be wearing, or I have to keep changing clothes. So now the bash is set up. I'll show you in a minute. First thing I need to do is get on some outer layers, or this nice day is going to turn horrible quite quick. So I've got my brew kit, little stove in there, water, coffee, stuff like that, and then a pouch of a Bergen, rocket pouch, side pouch, 10 litre pouch. This is the clothes I carry all year round. Gloves, because they're bloody handy, hat, scarf and a fleece. Generally it's packed in the order I'm going to need stuff. And then at the bottom, right at the bottom, I've got my fly net, waterproof trousers and softy trousers. Where I can hear voices. They'll be carried in from the wind. Name pad. I'm going to try and keep my ears open so I can hear stuff. As much as I want to pull my hat over my ears. Bear in mind, we're not too far from that farm at the top for the stables and horses and Range Rovers. So very, very quick, simple lean-to, just so I can get out the wind. It's done its job. I am now at the wind. I tied it to one tree. I swung it around till it lifted up like a kite. Work out which direction the wind was going. Pop it down to one of the trees. And I've got such a good selection. Right, shout them up, clove it on. Let's get a brew on. I forgot this was in my bag. Bought a new one finally. The old one rusted out completely. Well, most of it did. Gasifier, yeah, the old one rusted. I was naughty, abused it, I left it out in all weathers for days on end. Same thing as the other gasifier I had, only get down to coals, you can do a single burger, or I can put in, where does this go? Forget it now. That goes, I don't know, but you can put fuel in there, liquid fuel, or even your tablets or something. So yeah, we'll christen this today. The new gasifier. eBay, Amazon, I don't know where I got it. 15 quid ish. Paid 20. Maybe this was 17, I don't know. But yeah, forgot to put that in the bag. The old one actually is in the boot of the Land Rover. As a spare or emergency. Also, the other new thing is I've got a Yaesu dual band handheld transceiver radio. To use as an everyday carry instead of the Baofengs I've been using for years. But the GT3TP I think I'll be going back to. Is as good as this is. There's features that I miss, like it's a single line of display, no dual watch, apart from, you know, it'll flick between the two stations every 5 seconds. I mean, the Yaesu are great, I do love my Yaesu radios, but I don't know, don't think I'll be using that. No, we quite like this woodland. I'm just going to walk off and find sticks. It's absolutely covered, obviously because of the time of the year and the wind we've had. Twigs absolutely everywhere. Now let's put the camera on, can't find any. Happy days. Maybe just reach over and look at them all. This is brilliant. Right, we're only gonna a few more. I was gonna half fill it, but not here for long. Right, we'll get this going with some cotton and Vaseline. We'll just leave it recording. I was just gonna not record everything, but oh well. We're not here for long, might as well record a bit more. These ones, I don't know where we got these, because obviously the missus gets this stuff as well. These things are absolutely massive. Compared to, I don't know, normal ones are a little bit smaller. Alright, I'll do, we'll try 2 of them. We'll cheat and we'll use petrol lighter, if it works. Yeah, of course it works. No, it did work, it's empty. Got petrol in here, just normal 4-star. So we'll use that as a fire starter, accelerant, whatever it's called, instead of filling the lighter. And we've got matches here, I've got bark, I've got emergency light matches. But we're not here for bushcrafting, we're here to make a brew. Keep that out for a while. Right, we'll give that 5 minutes and we'll come back. Right, we're just waiting for that gasifier to fully take. I mean, it's pretty much ready to go now. Yeah, I mean, the sun's over there. So the bash is probably more reflective to anyone walking down that path over there. We're not too bothered. I can't zoom on a GoPro, but there's a strip of woods over there. That's the one I went to ages ago. But the road that one's next to, well, this is the road that's at the end, that road's in use by local people. There's a village, probably 100 houses or less. It's not a lot of traffic, but it's a case of just going through them all. There's another strip of this woodlands. There's like a long rectangle that way, and in front of the stables, where the stables are, and I can hear, sounds like metal containers being moved around, machinery. Yeah, that's just too close. Alright, let's get the water on a go. Yeah, so that makes a change from being at home or working. Again, as cold as it is, I'm going to keep my ears open so I can hear. Yeah, once you've got a basher up or a tarpaulin or some sort, you can stop that wind from hitting you. Even the nice bit of warmth I can get from that every second or two, you know, or I could move further into their shelter, means you can sit out here for longer periods of time. You know, get the right clothes on, get a shelter of some sort, and a heat source, whether it's a flask of soup or tea or coffee, or something small like that. I've sat all night around a gasifier with a bag of kindling, just putting in like one bit of kindling every 10-15 minutes. You get a 2-foot flame, but it will keep you going for the night, well, for a few hours for the night until it's time for bed. Wouldn't want to sit up all night with one, but for a few hours it's fine. You can't beat a good old pot of fire. But yeah, I mean it's enjoyable when you're out the wind, and something to kneel on. I've got a couple of these little kneeling pads. I've got a large one as well, which is part of the bigger camping gear. Got to get the camera out of the wind. I've got no microphone. This is a GoPro Hero Plus LCD. It's about 1 million years old. It's the GoPro that's built into the case. You can't remove it. You can't remove the battery. It's got the USB Mini on the back. Micro. I don't know. Can't get an external micro for it. I don't know if I can work a Bluetooth mic or use my phone. I could probably use my phone as a microphone, then overlay the audio to the video later. But we're not here to do techie stuff. It does me head in. Look at that, it's gasifying a treat. So the audio on this camera's quiet. It's probably picking up wind noise and muffled. It's okay as a vlogging camera. If I'm here or the chest mic, I can talk and you'll hear it, and I can do all that stuff that people do. I find myself waffling too much. Just enjoy the surroundings before we get chased off by some fat angry farmer. But yeah, I won't be coming back here. I'm taking the mick by staying here having a brew. But yeah, we'll have a brew and we'll get out of here. But yeah, I'm going to have a sit down and a chill out for 5 minutes and watch that view. It's just a hill, the landscape. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, but my eyes can see all the stuff through the trees. So we're going to sit down and enjoy peace and quiet. I carry a lot of these cup, and I've always had a long spoon. People have commented years ago about these. They're great. They don't fall into your mess tin. They don't get hot. They're handy for different things. Right, everyone likes a brew being made. So if you are at home at the moment and you wish you were outdoors, I don't even know where the tear thing is. There's me trying to tear it open. Yep, let's spill everywhere. Yeah, if you are at home at the moment, or not outdoors, this is for you. And we'll get rid of all the powder that I spilt. Gonna do my usual, keep a little bit of water in the pan. That way I can wash the cup off afterwards. 3-in-1s are great. They've got sugar, milk, coffee in them. I used to carry little tubs, but I had to keep filling them up and it done me head in. It's quicker and easier. I've got a load of these in the car too, and different hot chocolates that don't need milk and sugar. The less you carry, the better. Right, we're going to enjoy this and pack up and hike out of here. I can barely see the basher. Yeah, sun's setting. See the redness, the orange just glow in the sky. Don't even think the camera can pick it up. And it's getting harder to see the basher. Right, just having a wander while coffee cools down. Right, before I lit the stove, gloves, kicked away all the grass with my boot. There we go. Still quite a lot of stuff glowing in the bottom of there. So with the water, I've rinsed my cup out. Obviously it was still quite hot, there's a bit left in the pan. Actually saying that, there's still a lot left in this bottle. I only brought one bottle with me. I've got a 3 litre bladder in my EDC bag and 3 or 4 of these little things. I'm just going to soak the entire ground, and it's less weight to take back. I won't need a drink. Generally I'd keep more, but I've only got about a 15-minute walk to the car, so I think I'll survive. And then again, oh, I was going with my boot, but with a stick, just scrape back over before I kicked off. I had a couple of random sticks, and that's part of the Leave No Trace policy, LNT. You know, you don't have to leave rubbish and dig a hole and leave it, and leave ashes and half burnt stuff. It's just ash being watered, so there's no heat there left now. You can spread your ash once it's cool, do whatever it takes, whatever you want to do, whatever's your preference, just don't leave a mess. Alright, there we go. Between that tree and that tree was the basher. All my shit was scattered here. That's where the fire pit was. Oh, with gasifier. You can hear a pheasant coming back. The red seagulls flying over. But now we're getting on borderline torchlight required. So we're gonna head out of here with the little light that we've got. In the trees it's a little bit darker, obviously than outside there it's still daylight, but we don't want any mishaps. Now if I can find the fence, there's a partially collapsed fence I can just step over to get in here. Find that, just step over and get out. But the GoPro's probably not picking anything up now but wind and silhouettes. I think that's where I came in. Yeah, it's a shame I can't camp up here, so it's too noisy near that farm. I think you can actually step over that fence. It's probably knee high. Then out onto the road. I think we're recording. Yeah. No dog walkers. Be hopefully we'll do overnight soon. Till then we're just going to keep looking at woodlands and Google Earth and visiting them and trying to find somewhere secluded one, not going to get in the way, and do some overnight wild camping, bit of bushcraft, bit of radio. Till then, back to work in the shack, playing with solar, radios. Right, I'm going to get going. We're coming past that farm now. See you in a minute. Trying to blow my nose. It's chilly out there. Right, catch you on the next video.